Hello, and welcome to the next review on Foose Entertainment. And this candy apple is actually pretty good flavor. Well, with the help of my girlfriend as well as a few others who have requested this franchise, I am reviewing the Saw films. September's getting late already. We don't have that much left of September, and I got it all booked for October, so I have to get through the best of the bad when it comes to these horror franchises as soon as I can. So that's why we're going to Saw. Well, something we said about this box set, you did not get any DTS high resolution or DTS HD master audio tracks in this box set. But one thing most people don't actually know is none of the Saw films, except for Jigsaw, which is the newest movie, possessed anything higher than a Dolby Digital Surround, or Dolby Digital Surround EX track in theaters in the first place. So you're actually not losing any of the quality of the original movie if you're watching it with Dolby Digital HD modified sound, which is what these have. Well, let's go into talking about the first Saw movie. People consider the first Saw movie the best of the series, and I'll tell you right now why. It's because the brilliant writer who wrote the Insidious stories, the scripts for Insidious, wrote the script for the first Saw films. Sorry, the first of the Saw films. He might have written the script for the other films in the Saw series. I don't know. I'll have to watch the Saw films. I don't watch them that often because I'm not that big of a fan of the horror icon Jigsaw. I know a lot of people are. I'm just not one of them. But it's not all about me when it comes to Foose Entertainment. It's about you, the audience. Believe it or not, about every franchise that I actually review, since The Conjuring, which is since The Purge, actually. Ever since I reviewed the Purge movies, it has been my close friends and family who have helped me choose which franchise I review next. So it's a lot of way up to the fans to interact with me on Facebook and my own personal life, not as the administrator of this channel, who helped me to find out which franchise I review next. And a lot of them actually do follow these videos. So it's not about me. So whether or not I like the franchise or not is irrelevant. I will watch it and I will review it. That may surprise me. Like, for example, Insidious Chapter 3 and Insidious The Last Key surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like them. That's the first time I watched those movies, I didn't. I'm now actually a fan of those two movies. Well, for anybody who has not seen the first Saw. No, yeah, also a nod. James Wan, the director of The Conjuring 2, as well as Insidious 1 and 2, is the director of this one. So, maybe no reason why he's good. Well, here's the premise of the first Saw film from 2004. It's a chamber piece movie that takes place in a underground, like, barricaded bathroom thing of some kind. It has a bathroom in it and it has a toilet in it. It's almost like a jail cell, almost, in a lot of ways. It's an isolated room in which a doctor and a investigative photographer, or P.P. Tom, whatever you want to call him, are chained up by their legs to metal objects in the room and are isolated. And they have to find a way to get the freedom. And they find these tape recorder. They find this tape recorder and find two tapes. And pretty much, our main character, who is the surgeon doctor, is instructed to kill the investigative photographer, whose name is Adam. The doctor's name is Lawrence Gordon. And basically, what's at stake is the Dr. Lawrence Gordon's wife and daughter are at stake. If you don't do what we tell you, we'll kill your family. Then we'll leave you in this room to rot. So, yeah, pretty high stakes. You also have a mysterious corpse in the middle of the room that has bled out. That has a gun attached to his hand and looks like it blew his brains out. There's a lot of wit in this movie. In the end, in a frenzy, the doctor saws off his foot to get free from the chains. Very, 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 very grisly, very nerve-wracking, freaking scene. It makes my teeth clench every time I see him actually taking a rusty sawing through his. Wow. It makes you cringe every time. It's one of the biggest horror movie moments in modern history is when Lawrence Gordon actually saws off his foot in the first Saw movie. The very end of the movie is very, very shocking. We find out that the killer, the person behind everything, is the rotted corpse in the middle of the room. He had taken drugs to make himself appear to be dead. Lawrence Gordon does get the freedom, or so we are meant to believe. Adam, after everything is revealed, is left in the room to rot to die, with Jigsaw pretty much saying, "Game over." Sorry, I'm actually getting ready for work, but let's try it again. Game over. There we go. A little bit more excitement on that one. But, yeah, that's pretty much the premise of the story. This is kind of what a chamber piece movie is supposed to be like. There's not many chamber piece movies that are actually good. I can only name really these ones that are. Legion from 2011. Actually, I take back 2009. Legion from 2009 with Paul Bettany, which takes place solely in the diner. Demon Knight from Arsenal's Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight from 1995, which takes place in a diner and motel. Tremors, which almost solely takes place within a convenience store in the Mist, also Stephen King's Mist, which takes place in a supermarket. And of course, this movie, Saw. Probably the best examples of how to make an exciting movie take place in an isolated area in one particular chamber piece area throughout the entire movie, which it actually works. Most of the time people try to do this, it doesn't. This gets annoying. Now let's go into audio and video. This was around the time that Lionsgate was really overdoing it on the HD digital look of movies. And so this has a very, very big digital look to it. This one has more of a warm temp digital look than a cool temperature digital look. And most of the Saw films kind of look like that. Again, every Saw movie except for the newest movie, which is Jigsaw, was preceded with Dolby Digital Surround. Dolby Digital Surround DX in theaters. They did not possess DTS HD audio of any kind, or Dolby Atmos. So, like I said, I'm not losing any out on anything watching the film with Dolby Digital. This film has amazingly good sound. This is a very blasty, very dramatic sound experience. The speakers are almost like shocking jump scares themselves, because it really makes you do that at times, because the sound is that good and intense in this movie. So yeah, definitely a good watch. Well, that's pretty much my views on Saw from 2004. Throughout the next few days, I will be reviewing the other films, which will be the 7 sequels to Saw, which will be Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, final chapter. Sorry, take back. Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the final chapter in Jigsaw. And I'll be giving you guys my views on those throughout the week. Well, That's it. As always, subscribe. If you like this video, like it, let me like or dislike. If you don't, comment below if you like. Let me know if you like this movie or not. I think it was good. Well, I'll see you guys next time for my review of Saw 2. Alright, see you next time.